All right, so cards that you have: Death, Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles for general. Now, what's interesting is that I keep looking at the fact that the Three of Wands is looking back at death. So a situation could have ended whether it was your choice or not. It was inevitable, it happened, it's done. And in some ways, you might be reflecting on that situation. You just might be looking back at it. Now, I don't really see negativity here. Maybe you're seeing just this whole process or what it took to get somewhere and to finally make a change, or for something to, again, finally transition. Death for me is a clear ending. Something definitely just does end, and something happens after the fact, whatever that might be. In this case, again, as I said, I feel like you're just going back and revisiting a situation that has ended. I don't feel negativity there. It's more like, I can't believe I got here sort of energy is what I'm thinking, because, the last card is the Ace of Pentacles, which is perfect for death, or for coming after death, because it's a new start, and this could definitely be new jobs, new opportunities, money coming in. I always find fulfillment with the Ace of Pentacles in its own way. It's not quite like Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, and all that emotional fulfillment, but it's a large opportunity. It's a brand new opportunity that you're interested in, you're looking forward to, and in some ways you knew this was going to happen, but I feel like you see it coming, you know that it's there, and in some ways you might be in awe over it, over the fact that you've reached this stage and you have some new beginning awaiting you. And I do think it leans towards the financial work area. It doesn't have to be. I mean, Pentacles are just opportunity. I see it as a physical opportunity, whether it's the chance to go somewhere, or again, someone giving you money, or someone offering you a project, a position. That's usually how I see the Pentacles. And I just plain old like it as a general read, especially again, coming after an ending. Situation's over, new opportunity begins almost immediately afterwards. It could be 3 weeks within January, because we do have the Three of Wands there when this shows up. All right, so for the love, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun. Your cards are very nice overall, by the way. The Empress. This is very, very, very nice for love. I mean, this is feeling secure, content. The Empress, if this is you, this would be the female. You feel empowered, confident, sexy, like you have what you want, and you're proceeding forward with, growing your relationship, or if you're not quite in a relationship yet, I feel like you have the confidence, you're exuding beauty, and you have a lot of attraction. That's your key word that's surrounding you. People are attracted towards you, and they just, I get the vibe that they just want you if you're single and you're looking, even if you're not necessarily looking. Again, I feel like you're just attracted to a lot of people. In a relationship, I think it's all about deepening, blossoming. Those are the key words that come to mind. And growth. And again, there's this level of maturity too that you could be experiencing in your relationship, whether it's you that feel like you've leveled up on your own, but I feel like it's more of you and your partner. There's this feeling of completion as well. So if you had a goal for your relationship, if you were anticipating something, I get fulfillment with this energy. And I keep focusing on the Empress. And for some of you, yes, the Empress does come up as the pregnancy card. Could always be a thing, but not necessarily always the case. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun, I mean, there's luck. There's definite opportunity here with the Wheel of Fortune. If you are single and looking and hoping to find someone, this usually speaks to the timing being random, and I feel like January can be one of those months where you just run into someone, or you just start speaking to someone, whether it's at a new class that you're taking, the gym that you just joined, or that you were in a long time. Maybe someone else just randomly joined and you strike up a conversation, or they're your sparring partner. There's an element of luck and randomness in meeting someone that will essentially make you very content, happy. And the way these two are looking at each other, it might be a very attractive connection off the bat. And it'll be easily recognizable to you and the other person. It's like you're gazing at, I know it sounds so like cheesy. I'm not a big fan of those romantic movies where everything's just about picture perfect. But I get this gazing and looking at each other and feeling, you know, the energy, the passion, the fact that you have common interests. There's a lot of that that's appearing in these three. As someone who's in a relationship, then very similar. This is again fulfillment and contentment with your partner and your situation. It could feel like things have made a turn for the better. Maybe it was unexpected in a way with the Wheel of Fortune, because the wheel's like turning up in your favor. Maybe things were a little bit iffy, you weren't quite getting along, and these two characters on the wheel they're getting along. They're knocking anyone off who's a problem. So if there was any sort of another person intruding, and I don't necessarily mean like a third party as in a third party romantic interest, that's always a possibility, sure. But if there was any like a friend or just a relative or anyone who was sort of attempting to get in the way or cause a rift, I feel like you and your partner are literally just kicking them to the curb, saying, I don't have time for you. You know, you bring nothing but negativity. Just bother someone else. And that's the energy I feel around you and your partner, and that things are progressing for the positive. You guys are having a deeper, happier connection with the sun here. Everything again feels like it's going in a great direction, and you're feeling fulfilled, content with the situation, as if you feel in control as well. I feel with the Empress. And empowerment is another key word that's coming at me with this trio. And that's single or relationship. As an outcome, you have the Devil and the King of Pentacles. So immediately I actually started thinking about, I want to say though, as a male, if you're a male watching, because the Empress for me is a female regardless, that could definitely represent a person who you're meeting and brings you a lot of happiness. This is someone that you're exceptionally attracted to. The personality, the physical side, mental energy, all that's working for you. They're like the ideal person in your mind, and they're pretty much right in front of you. A lot of happy times. You might feel like you just hit the jackpot and you got really lucky meeting this female, but it seems like as a start, if this is a brand new connection, then it's very good. It feels right. If you're already in a relationship, then it's just adding to how strongly you feel about your partner already. I think it just re-emphasizes the energy. You're much more attracted to them, and you feel that this is someone that you can continue to grow with, that you want to be around, and that you're just incredibly happy with. Anyway, outcome, Devil, I already said that, and King of Pentacles. So as an overall, this could relate to this job or this opportunity that's coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. It's a nice opportunity. It's great. And you might be excited about it. You might love it to the point where you're attached to it and you can't get away. Partly because maybe you don't want to get away. You just enjoy it that much with the Devil's energy. It's fun. It's engaging. It's addicting. Addicting is a word I'm getting strongly now for the Devil. And for others of you, this could relate to the romantic sense, or just another person that maybe you're addicted to them, maybe them to you, but there's a strong attraction. There's a strong bond. And it definitely obviously has to do with this King of Pentacles, someone who is stable, grounded, who you feel that you can trust. And it definitely feels like your connection to this person is just getting stronger to the point where you just don't want to be away from them. Now, Devil's there. I'm not going to say it's unhealthy because I'm biased. I love that. I love the Devil card. And you know, this could be just a fun month as well. There's definite sexual energy here with the Devil and even the Sun and the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune. This King of Pentacles could be a prospective partner. So there could just be a heavy, strong attraction to this character, and it's mutual for sure. You're both quite attached and enjoying each other's company, at least for January. So, and hopefully February as well. And as I said, some of you, again, are bonded to your work or something that just keeps you busy. Whether it's a pastime or it's, you know, the 9 to 5, it can be either way, but it's something that you are attached to, you have trouble letting go of or leaving because you're like, oh, I don't want to lose any, I want to gain more clients. I want to keep working on this project. You know, I want to make sure that so-and-so happens, or I have another idea and I have to try to make it happen. It doesn't feel like something that you want to get away from because you're so passionate about it, I feel, with the Devil. I like that outcome, honestly. It speaks to overall great energy for the month. I see little negativity. I should probably clarify though, so and ruin everything that I've said. All right, so let's go with all my cards dropping. And what's interesting is, all right, let me see if I can show you this real quick. Look who fell. Hold on. See that right there? The one who came up, that's the Devil card. So, Devil, turn over. And when I was shuffling, I was focusing on what was ending with Death. What was ending? And we have others, droppers, but I don't care about them, so I'm not going to bother. Now, what's interesting is you could have had a strong attachment to another situation, and that has ended. And that was a positive end for you because I don't see negativity that comes after this ending in Death. However, what's interesting is that the outcome is the Devil again. So perhaps in leaving a situation that you felt a strong attachment to, you've entered another one. You have a stronger attachment to. So it could be a relationship, again, could have been a work situation, anything that you may have found to be, I'm going to keep using the word addicted with this Devil because I'm just feeling that's the key word. Let's give me another one. Explain the bond. Justice. So you definitely broke away from something. It might have been a divorce, again, and just breaking of a contract. If you felt bound by anything and it was legal, for instance, you found a way out of it into a new opportunity that you're much more passionate about. All right, so let's get Ace of Pentacles. Oh, forgot some of you like seeing the cards. Ace of Pentacles, Chariot, momentum, victory, moving forward. You know, there's a busy energy here. So whatever opportunity is coming in fast. You are running with it and taking it. And there's a lot of opportunity that will lead to on its own. So this opens a gateway into many other options. All right, Empress. Eight of Cups. I hate when I get the crap cards for cards that I like. Ugh, okay. Wheel of Fortune. So I'm reading this as, you know, this was a situation that you were coming in from in December. You were like cautious, weary, you've been through shit, sure. And Wheel of Fortune is taking all that energy and turning it upside down for January. And again, a dropper card. This is the Six of Pentacles. I feel like it's becoming a environment that's more stable and feels fair. You've got to put money out, but you're getting money back in. You're getting attention. There's equality as well. And I don't feel stressful energy or anything like that. I was trying to avoid talking about these because they kind of ruin my Empress vibe. Um, what's interesting in the romance, the Eight of Cups, that's my card of leaving an emotional situation behind. But then you got the energy of not really wanting to think about. I feel like the Empress is focused on moving forward. And this can be the fact that I think this somehow relates to the energy of the Nine of Wands and death up there. And this is sort of that passing energy that exists because you're not completely over something. You're still kind of recovering, or just you might have left something that was a big deal. And it was, again, a big connection. It was most likely an emotional connection. And you're trying to avoid really feeling the emotions with the Two of Swords, keeping yourself detached. And using that power, the inner strength of the Empress, because that's what she is. She's all about strength, beauty, will. Anyway, you're using all that to just avoid getting sucked into any emotions taking over. But I do get, despite seeing those two cards, just a happy energy with the Sun and the Empress here. So I still think that January is going to end on a great note. Let me get Sun. Clarifier is like sucking today. Anyway. Alright, so King of Pentacles. Empress. Empress is twice. Devil was twice. So again, this can be a month of attachments, of strong passion, sexual energy, addictions. Say good addictions. I'm going to say good addictions. And that overwhelming need to complete something and be a part of something is a big thing in January. And if you're like a female yourself, then I would say you're feeling like the Empress. So your confidence level is high and you're accomplishing a lot of your goals. People are looking up to you, are wanting to be around you, and strong-willed and all that stuff is your energy. As a male, this is most likely your interest, who is a strong focus for you. You're very attracted to them and they're very nurturing towards you. And again, it might be a great partnership for you that keeps you happy. Honestly, I'm running the Ten of Wands. It did kind of come out reversed. As the hard work is done, you're reaping the rewards of hard work that you put in December, November, October, and even early January. And then, things are starting to come out in your favor. I feel like you're seeing that. So it could be that the hard work isn't quite done, but you're seeing things start to turn around in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune. And you're satisfied and content with the way things are turning. And yes, this is obviously the love relation, the love cards. It could represent the fact that your relationship has been difficult and there is a lot of work to be done still between you and your partner, but it's turning out again to be worthwhile, a worthwhile relationship or connection. And as a single person, this is saying that, again, you've met a lot of lemons and things have been unsatisfactory, but again, your persistence seems to be paying off, because I get the vibe in January of a random encounter. Again, in something that you do on a regular basis or something new that you're joining, where you're not going and expecting, oh my God, I'm going to join the book club. And I'm going to meet someone there. But lo and behold, someone just joins around the same time and there's a strong attraction there. That's the vibe that I'm getting for the majority that are single. Devil, please. Ooh, ma. That could be very strong sexual energy, like extreme passion to the point where you're addicted to like the sexual encounters with a particular person because they're just so out of this world. Okay, we got the Moon, so I'm gonna say that yes, the Moon is a romantic card as well. I'm sticking to it regardless of what comes out next. Some of you, again, might get involved in an extremely passionate situation. Now, it could leave you feeling, a little cloudy and unsure and even a little insecure with the energy of the moon. The moon doesn't necessarily know where to go, where to look. It's a very inward energy. There might be a lot of fears lurking about, but I still see it as romantic almost. I don't know why I still see it as romantic. Almost no one would probably agree with me. But all right. These cards are trying to sway me to their side. Okay, so some of you might be struggling. Some of you might unfortunately have some struggles with the Devil card and might literally be struggling with an addiction of some kind. And it's a very big deal with the Tower. It could be that there is some sort of breakdown here or a fight amongst friends or people regarding it with this trio. And it could be, again, because of what other people perceive to be as unhealthy, but you yourself, you just find this thing to be something that you're incredibly attracted and attached to that you can't necessarily let go. But I get the vibe that other people find it to be an issue and it might result in some sort of dramatic blowout. And then expect to maybe experience some confusing energy and to find yourself going a bit deep within. I mean, the Tower is dramatic. No matter which way it goes, positive or negative, it's usually pretty dramatic. I'm seeing some sort of... This does feel like a big fight. But it's as if your energy... It's as if it's internal. Like maybe you're fighting your own passion or your own addiction to someone or some situation. This feels bizarre, but I get the vibe that you really like something, you really enjoy something, and you're bonded to that thing, but internally it's as if you know that you have to detach a little bit because maybe it's consuming you a bit too much. And it's as if you're fighting with yourself and it's causing a bit of internal chaos. That's what I'm getting with these three here. All right, so let me get your oracles and I will leave it at that. All right, so let's get one for love, please. We have Snowflake Crystal. Haha. This love bond, unique as it is once in a lifetime. This might be a month of the love and romance. And again, I feel like in terms of that, there's going to be a really, really powerful connection where you and the other person, again, might be equally attached and bonded to each other. And on some level, other people are going to consider it unhealthy and maybe sway you to believe that's the case as well. Some level, you might think that's the case yourself, or you might be concerned, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to detach. But I do definitely feel like it leans towards romantic. Now, the other deck, let me just get... Okay. I am awful at attempting to shuffle these. It's barely shuffle at all. Alright, so I got this for someone else. Orphaned. This is a card that whenever I see it makes me think of the Five of Pentacles. So there might be an energy, and I think it's energy lingering in the background where you carry a fear of, again, of being abandoned, of being left alone, and maybe on some level that leads you to attach to others and not want to let go. It could be that it's happened before and you don't want to be in that place again. So I'm getting the vibe of fearing being abandoned or being alone as just in the background. Now, regardless of this, I don't want to spend too much time on that because I feel like it's a bit of a downer. You've got great energy with the Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot. This is strong, victorious opportunity coming in that leads to even more opportunities. And there's busy energy. You got a lot to do there. You got lovely energy and love with luck coming your way, coming out of a situation where you were feeling cautious and hurt and weary. You've worked hard. You've got happiness coming in. You've got confidence with the Empress, or if this is someone that you're attracted to or meeting, then again, there's a lot of passion and energy, fulfillment with that trio. And this, as I said, I think is just more background noise, but on some level, maybe you're thinking about leaving a situation and that itself is going to make you content. Maybe it's been a bit of a burden and that's your own, again, turning the tides in your favor. So regardless if you are leaving an emotional situation, you've got the Sun and the Empress as your energy, which says that you're doing it for you for the sake of happiness, and you will be happy as a result. So some people need to leave a situation and they're like feeling great after the fact. So that could be you. And you do got some, again, strong bond or attachment. Could be related to work, could be related to a partner. And you might be overcommitting yourself on some level to a situation. But there is some drawback where internally you might have some emotional drama that you're struggling against. I do feel like you're hearing the noise from other people, suggestions from other people that are swaying you to think a certain way. And so it's causing some internal rifts with you. But it just feels like there is fulfillment here. And this might not be as unhealthy as people portray it, or as even you think it might be.